Hello everyone, my name is Admiral Prince Eric and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to topic about the full recap of the update 12.4 as well as the recently released for a DevBlog. So let's get started today. Update 12.4 has finally a full release of all live servers in the game for NA, EU, and Asia server. So May 24 was on the release of this update 12.4 on May 24 for NA and EU servers, and the following day on the Asia server on May 25. So let's head on for the news for the full recap details. Before I'm going tackling on the recently post on DevBlogs. Okay, update 12.4 Pan-European Destroyers. Simply, this is the second branch of the Pan-European Destroyers, commonly known as Pan-European Gunboat Destroyers. The first line of the Pan-European Destroyers referred to us as Pan-European Torpedo Destroyers until they reached the top tier, Holland. On these Pan-European Gunboat Destroyers, we're going for the reach the top tier, East Gans. Okay, let's get started for a full recap. The update 12.4 brings the following: Pan-European destroyers in early access, the return of convoy, Pan-American cruisers full release, dockyard, battle pass, repeated battle entry with the same ship, updated notifications, armory, clan battles season 21, brawls, Popeye the Sailor Man, a new collaboration with the game, content additions and changes, game balance changes, and other changes will do as follows. We already watched the video up ahead back on Monday. Right, Pan-European Destroyers in Early Access. The kicks off an event dedicated to the release of the new branch of Tier 5 to 10 Pan-European Gunboat Destroyers into Early Access. Rules of engagement: to get on something we need to Pan-European tokens. On available ships, we got Tier 5 Moavenet, Tier 6 Stored, and Tier 7 Grom are available in sequential bundles for Pan-European tokens. Meanwhile, the Tier 8 Pan-European Destroyer Split is going to be a final reward of the Premium Battle Pass in this update. The Tier 9 Pan-European Destroyer Lambros Katsonis can be obtained via random bundles to be available for doubloons. And the top tier of the Pan-European Gunboat Destroyer, Gdansk, as Gdansk suggested is named after the city of Poland, is available to purchase for doubloons at the end of sequential bundle chain. Alright, so that's what it is. So I'm looking forward to get something we need for a Pan-European tokens to get off the start. But the Tier 8 Pan-European Destroyer Split, I will not get it on through it for the activation on the Premium Battle Pass. But I'm looking forward ahead for the Spanish cruisers on the early access, so I can ensure for that the activation of the Premium Battle Pass. So I do not to do for further gambling ahead in this update. The features of the new ship branch are: the new ships are equipped with only HE shells with good damage per salvo. This is the first and the only Pan-European gunboat destroyers can only arm HE shells in the absence of the AP shells. Starting from Tier 8, the shells have flat trajectory ballistics. The ships are equipped with smoke generator engine boost, and starting from Tier 8, the surveillance radar is added in a separate slot. This allows for dealing decent damage while staying back in the smoke screen, revealing the opponent's positions at the same time. Okay, this is the first time the Pan-European Destroyer's gunboat in the Tetri, which is equipped with surveillance radar, but just like the Smoland, a premium Tier 10 Pan-European Destroyer. So, she has looks like a going to be a Belfast to do so, and Tier 7 British cruiser. Starting Tier 9, I will go for my recommend a Surveillance Radar Mod 1 because the Pan-European Destroyer's consumable, the Surveillance Radar, has 10 seconds action time. But I will going to need to increase action time for Surveillance Radar for Pan-European Gunboat Destroyers in order to reveal the enemy ships that goes on the smoke. we're gonna need a longer time as soon as possible. The newcomers torpedoes have high speed but low damage and a rather short range, very similar for the pan-European torpedo destroyers. The ships enjoy quite large HP pools but have average speed and poor concealment. This is gonna be a weird though. Just like the pan-European torpedo destroyers have low concealment, the new branch of the pan-European destroyers is gonna be a high concealment. So now we finally get on to the details at the start. So I will check it on for the another news to tell on. Okay, the return of Convoy. The Convoy temporary battle type is coming back to the game in this update. This is gonna be the third time for the previous updates so far. In real life, encounters between naval forces will significantly focus on safeguarding or dismantling sea-based communication channels, or those were used for transporting a substantial amount of equipment and other crucial cargo. The Convoy event task used precisely with protecting or attacking transport ships. A list of changes as compared to the previous updates. We got Convoy is now available on the Haven map. Bot behavior has been updated. Transport ships will now change the speed to evade torpedoes instead of changing course. And the battle mode interface has been updated. Now, the general rules of Convoy remains the same as did for the previous updates. The two teams participate in battle. One has to escort transport ships and the other has to attack them. The players are randomly distributed among the two teams. The defending team has to escort transport ships that travel along a specific route. The defending team wins if at least one convoy ship reaches the destination point, or if it manages to sink the entire opposing team. The attacking team has to sink all transport ships or the guards. Here we go. At long last, after 2 months up ahead for early access, Pan American cruisers were now officially a full release. Will become available for all players to research. Remember for that techniques we're going back up ahead in update 12.2. So Pan American cruisers are armed with 152 mini battery guns that fire only AP shells, they hand ricochet angles and arcing trajectories. Guns also boast a good reload time. Starting for tier 4, the ships are armed with torpedoes. The main shared feature of the cruisers is access to combat instructions that become available from tier 6. Upon activating, they significantly reduce the cooldown of all consumables. To feel the combat instructions progress bar, you need to continuously hit a target with your main battery guns. Ship has weak armor but good concealment, but newcomers boast a large amount of various consumables. Okay, Pan American cruisers will finally go on full release. In the meantime, I will ahead to start grinding from tier 8 in Nasha Allende to go on significantly the top tier. But of course, requires going to be a 17 commander skill points in order to requirements ahead for playing a tier 9. The tier 9 is Santander. You know, I'm gonna get grinded ahead starting for in the near future, but I will looking forward for Spanish cruisers. Next, Dockyard. The construction of Battleship Dyson at the Curate Dockyard still continues in this update. Throughout the first 2 weeks of the update, you'll still be able to complete combat missions and get Dockyard badges to obtain the main reward Dyson. The Dockyard will remain at your port until the release of the next update. So far so good. Accordingly, the end of the Dockyard combat missions ends on June 13 at 5 AM in Asian servers after PvP Independence Day. And the entire Dockyard event will be ends on at the start of update 12.5. Now, the Battle Pass. The new update will traditionally bring a new Battle Pass with it. We're going to need the same thing as well. As a final reward of the Premium Battle Pass, you will be obtained a Tier 8 Pan-European Destroyer Splint as a final reward. Here we go. For my first time in many years ahead to be experiences back in 2020 is the repeated battle entry with the same ship. A new mechanic that allows players to enter a new battle with a ship that was destroyed in the previous battle without waiting for it to the end. This will allow you to complete more battles playing your favorite ships per game session and accelerate the research of ship branches. You'll be able to enter a new battle after your ship has been sunk from the port or from the exit menu of the previous battle. New mechanics will apply to clan battles. Before entering battle, you get a notification in the following cases, such as a commander has undistributed skill points, the flying time of the battle has ended, you run out of economic bonuses, signals, or consumables. So that's sure for this. I'm gonna keep continuing grinding on without waiting on the ship, but still currently on to it. Next one, updated notifications. We updated the notification section. It includes 3 permanent blocks now: the battle results, inventory, and other. Okay, what gaming did for this for a improve something notifications ahead so far since we launched the game. Tooltips won't be displayed for some actions performed by the player in the board. However, they will still be displayed in the notification history. Armory. The armory has now available for the new ships is Gato. The Tier 10 American submarine will become available in the armory with the release of this update. The submarine's main armament is represented by standard torpedoes with high range and damage. Gato is also armed with acoustic torpedoes with high speed and good damage but a short range. So Gato is the first Tier 10 submarine ahead to be purchased on Steel, and the first submarine to be available in the armory, since I recognize the I-56 and S-189 are both doubloons to be buy on it. The submarine is capable of reaching of high speed on the surface and offers fast high capacity recharging. But that capacity is small. Gato has a low underwater speed and mediocre maneuverability. Among the sub's consumables are hydropone, submarine surveillance, and enhanced rudder gears in separate slots. Gato will be available for purchase in exchange for 28,000 steel. Now, in update 12.4, the following ships will be removed from the tech tree and added to the armory, from free XP to coal. So, Tier 9 A-Gear, Asuma, and Gone Again are available for 228,000 gold. And Tier 10 Hayate is gonna be 238,000 gold. But I already 3 ships, A-Gear, Asuma, and Gone Again, since obtained in my port for free XP for a recent years, but Hayate did not. Clan Battle Season 21, codename Catch-A-Lot, kicks off with the release of this update. Gaming sessions available on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. The format is gonna be a seats versus seats, playing Tier 8 and 9 ships. As I recently, the first brawl on this update has officially started. We ready that to be discussed already on off record. The second round will be doing the same. However, there will be a 4 versus 4 playing Tier 6 ships. No more than 2 battleships, 2 destroyers, 4 cruisers, and 1 submarine per team. The third and the final round of brawls in this update is gonna be a Tier 7 ships, 4 versus 4. No more than 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 2 destroyers per team. Always it does, you can participate in the division for up to 2 players. Next one, Popeye the Sailor Man. A new collaboration ahead for the game. Brings a Popeye cartoon content with it. Popeye and Bluto commanders with individual voiceovers have been added to the game, as well as the commemorative flags and the special camouflage for Tier 7 American battleship Colorado. We are ready to look forward for this. Next, content additions and changes. The armory sequential bundles have been changed. Now you can purchase all or several bundles at once. The appearance of sequential bundles have been updated. Okay. The major changes thus is a stock hull of Richelieu has been replaced with a new one, created on the basis of the researchable hull with a changed composition for the AA guns. Thus, When the new Hull A is installed, the ship can use the fighter and spotter aircraft's consumable. Okay, so the details of the composition so far, but unfortunately we removed some aviation facilities as we did, as Richelieu was commissioned back in 1940 before the fall of France. Now the update brings the following items to the game. Some Kleber CLR with characteristics similar to that of Kleber but with a unique appearance. Here are the Kleber CLR commemorative flag, colorful regatta premium container, and Dragon Bolt patch. Achievements for the upcoming clan battle season has also been added. Here are changes to containers. The super containers is going to be the number of doubloons, day of premium account, and some other resources, as well as the chances of getting ships have been decreased. Standard daily and try your luck containers will fill the super container progress bar twice as fast. You'll be able to obtain twice as many super containers or twice as often in regular sites that drop them. Content of super containers on players' accounts will be automatically updated with the release of this update. We already discussed up ahead to read on the DevBlog of recording session. Here are the Steam super containers with something minor differences. Here we go. French destroyers container. And the contents of the French squadron premium container. Next one, the Soviet era container. And for the Soviet era premium container. Definitely I will look forward ahead for resources we need. But I already have Mikhail Kutuzov, Moskva, Borodino ahead in my port. If you already have all of the ships that container drops, you'll see. Let's keep it that apart. Alright, the following ships have been added for testing by developers, super testers, and community contributors, some of which the Spanish cruisers, the Schkiel, Van Speyk, Lushun, and Dmitry Posharsky. Okay, the Jupiter, Mendes Nunez, Navarra, Almirante Severa, Galicia, Baleares, Asturias, Catalonia, Andalusia, and Castilla. We'll be looking forward ahead for the new Spanish cruisers in the tech tree. Very soon. It must be on the third quarter of 2023. Now, the firepower premium container has been added. Trump, Malta, and Avalo de Basan. Meanwhile, the distant voyages premium containers, a new permanent camouflage has been added. For special, enlightenment for Toulon, Orca for Huron, and White Swan for Rio de Janeiro. Rare camouflages for 70 seats for San Diego, Dawn Harmony for Shimanto, Industrial for Hawk, Johnstone Atoll for Salmon, Newfoundland for U-190, The Legend of the Oceans for Anhalt, Liberation for Cherbourg, Seven Seas for Sinop, and Drag and Mayhem. For unique camouflages as follows: Cloud Privateer for Hampshire, Dawn Harmony for Takahashi and Yodo, Greek Trireme for Velos, Industrial for Duncan and St. Vincent, Liberation for Brest and Marseille, Silver Swill for Conqueror and Holland, Sui Generis for Black. Gain ballast changes only for a Japanese Tier 6 aircraft carrier Ruiho. Fits an issue that allowed a ship to use air defenses in some cases without being spotted. The detection range from the air was increased from 6.0 to 6.8 kilometers.
Parang sira. Ingay mo kaya.
Si Papa si Mami naman, pina-record ko lang ah.
Bayan, parang kang sira.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Iwan ko rin sa'yo, ano bang ginagawa mo?
Changes to commander skills. The commander's eye in the sky skill has been changed. 50% penalty spotting air calculation has been removed.
Uy, yung ano.
Here are following the other changes so far were done for a wargaming. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, European destroyers in early access was officially started in this update. The early access began at the start of the update 12.4, which is May 25 at 6 a.m. until it ends on July 20 at 5 a.m. with the release of the update 12.6. Some we already have to discuss right up ahead for a 12.4 patch update. Plus also, the sequential bundles also hold a commemorative flag and Golden Age permanent camouflages for Split, Lambros Katsonis, and Gans, as well as bonus packages for Grom and Split. Even now, with the releasing update 12.6, Pan-European Gumbo Destroyers will become available for all players to research, and any Pan-European tokens remaining on your account will be exchanged for credits at the rate of 1 to 50,000 credits. But I will looking forward ahead for my new upcoming video for the top tier of the Pan-European Destroyers Gans for my first impression in the public test. But I gonna need to do for that focus on the Pan-European Torpedo Destroyers ahead to grind on. So that's it for now. So let's get head on for the recently DevBlogs. Accordingly, in this recently DevBlogs was posted 2 a.m. midnight on May 26. This will be a new Japanese battleships close test, simply a battle cruisers. In one of the future updates, we will add a second branch of Japanese battleships to the game. Currently, it's still in the early stages of development, but we want to share the first details now. We want to celebrate the line's upcoming release with a community camouflage contest. See more details here, take advantage of multiple in-game rewards, and remember that we will add the winning design to the game. We will add 3 new tier 8 to 10 ships to the game, names Yumihari, Adatara, and Bungo. The ships are classified as battle cruisers, playing at medium to long range and capable of dealing significant damage per salvo. The new Japanese ships are powerful main battery guns with the trademark Japanese features, high fire range and good accuracy. The main calibers represented by 8 410mm guns at tier 8. The tiers 9 and 10 ships feature 8 and 10 457mm guns respectively. Ships also have good concealment and average speed. The disadvantages are the low HP pool and medium armor. However, it's compensated for by the improved repair party, which restores more HP per second. Okay, the Tier 8 Japanese battleship battlecruiser Yumihari. In 1916, about 20 variants of the pre-design for the battleship Yumihari were developed as part of the 8-4 plan. The most elaborate was the B-62, which was the evolution of the Kongo-class battle cruisers, including 8 variants of ships with 4 double main turrets. 2 ships of this type were intended to be built, but the project was changed at the end of 1917. A 5th turret was added. The final result was the Amagi-class battle cruisers, which was placed into the game as a Tier 8 in the Japanese battleship line. So, technically, what kind of strange appearance for this Japanese battle cruiser looks like? It's a pre-evolutionary designs of the predecessor, Amagi-class battle cruisers, but why gaming did for this for some historical reasons. But I will do share up ahead for many details on the daily bounds at World of Warships. So the next one is the Japanese battleship Adatara, named after Mount Adatara, is located on the Fukushima Prefecture. After revising the 8-8 plan, Japan needed to build 4 battleships and 4 battle cruisers. The K variant was chosen to become a new battle cruiser out of the 13 ship variants proposed, one of which, a 4 numbered 13 ships, were ordered. They were never laid down because the Washington Naval Conference started. Actually, this Tier 9 Japanese battleship is based on number 13 class battleship. It is a fast battleship that was prepared for the Imperial Japanese Navy following after the First World War. It was part of the 8-8 plan. Unfortunately though, they were never laid down, and never laid down because of these Washington Naval Treaty strictly rules. And subsequently, the 457mm guns are so far the main armaments was intended to build for, right before the 460mm guns was built for Yamato class. Now, the top tail, the Japanese battleship battlecruiser Bungo, named after the Bungo province in the Kyushu Islands. Among the designs for the new 88, where there was an enlarged version of Project A, Project L, like the key, Project L have 5 main caliber turrets but with 457mm guns, and also overcame the key in terms of displacement by 9,000 tons. The battleship Key and Project L were then built because of Washington Naval Conference, which imposed a battleship holidays and a limit of the total tonnage of battleships. Okay, likely would consider Super Amagi with a use of 457mm guns. Damn, this is wargaming is literally so far that will make up ahead for this on early stages design, but I will definitely see on the gameplay details. But unfortunately, there is no ship specification so far, but we're looking forward in the next DevBlog. That I'm going to read read it off the record. So that's what it is going to need to do. Please note that all information in the development blog is preliminary. Announced adjustments and features may change multiple times during the testing. The final information will be published on our game's website. So that's what's a conclude for the recently development blog post, accordingly for the wargaming development. So that's it for now. I'm taking for my video for today because on Sunday I'm going to watch right now the Little Mermaid. See, on the movie theaters. I'm going to buy tickets, but as usual, I'm looking forward for my next video ahead, which is possibly not yet known. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you like, subscribe, and comments down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.